Hello there. Hello there, friends. Get some stuff out of the way. What's going on? It is good to see y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. All right. I'm just checking here. There I am. There I am. I'm going to turn my volume down. I got to turn this around too, y'all, to make sure that I am not backwards. So hang on just a second. I'm going to turn and see. There it is. All right, there's the rest. Hi there. Okay, do that. Maybe. Did I get it? There it goes. Okay. Okay. Y'all get to see how the sausage gets made here. Okay. Now I am not backwards. I like that better. I like that better. Okay. No, Kelly, this is all my office. I used to share it with somebody. We used to have another person there, and then we redid things. So we've got all of the filing cabinets with all the music that we have, and a lot of stuff that's in here. And it's a nice little place for me to do some work. This is one of those Sundays where we have an extra service in the afternoon, so I am sticking around here and waiting until that service starts. It starts in about an hour, so I am coming to you an hour earlier than I normally do on Sunday, but that's okay, friends. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for being here and for hanging out with us. We have a little bit to talk about, and I will let you know what we have coming up for this week, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So let's see who all is here. There's Kelly. Miyu's around. There's Annie Mame. Meg's here. Hi, Meg. Meg's at home. Let's see. Ricky's here. There's Frank. Andrew's here. Let's see. Yeah, Andrew's like, yeah, you got a 30-year-old keyboard in the background. This keyboard, I don't know if y'all can even see it. Actually, I should take a look. Y'all can still see it. Maybe. If I scroll down here, that's my Korg N1. I bought that in the 90s, y'all, and it still works. It's still my keyboard of choice. That new generation Korg from 30. I bought that in high school when I was in high school. I bought that in 1994. So that's a 31-year-old keyboard, y'all, and it's been a workhorse for me. I absolutely love it. Let's see who else is around. Steven's here. There's Joseph. Soggy's here. Digiberter's here. Lefe's here. All right. Photo Island's here. I think I said hi to Frank. Bill's here. All right. Wonderful. Hi, Steven. Excellent. Everybody's here. What's up, Gabe? Good to see y'all. Frank says, have you ever got your hands on a Hammond? I have had an opportunity to play a Hammond organ very briefly. It's been a long, long time. I was in a recording studio with some friends, and they had a Hammond organ there, and it was fun to kind of play around with it a little bit, but I don't have much in terms of experience in playing on a Hammond organ. I would love to. That would be fun, wouldn't it? It would be fun. So let's see. Let me tell you what we ended up doing this past week. It's been a weird last month, actually, y'all. It feels like I don't know what it feels like. It feels like we've been doing everything except normal behavior here on the channel and in life. And I ended up being sidelined for most of a week and a half with really bad back spasms. I am mostly back. The walking and the physical therapy and the meds are working. So thank you for your kind words on that. Then about a week and a half ago, I got really bad norovirus and was down for the count for another several days. And so we were in a mode of catching up to all of the things that I wanted to get caught up on this past week, and we were busy this last week, and thankfully it all worked out, and we were able to get a bunch of videos out, and I think I'm mostly caught up with where I want to be. We started out on Metal Monday with Extreme and the song Rise. I had had somebody email me and say, you gotta listen to this guitar solo that Nuno Betancourt plays. And so I had never heard any of Extreme on the channel. I only knew their ballad, More Than Words. And come to find out, those guys are about a whole lot more than that one ballad, aren't they? Wow, they could play. That was a really cool song called Rise from Extreme that we took a look at on Monday. On our Patreon, y'all, it was a big week on our Patreon because on Tuesday, we released our 100th, 100 of our Extended Play Lounge. These are full album reactions, and we now have a full 100 of them. And we went back to our good friends in Dream Theater, and I heard one of their early albums. It was called Awake, and the strange thing was, out of all the Dream Theater reactions that I've done over the years, I had never heard any of the songs from this album, Awake, and I really grooved on it. It was a fun listen from Dream Theater. They had a different keyboardist back then. Kevin Moore was the keyboard player. Jordan wasn't in the band yet, and James was at really the height of his vocal power, I think. It was before his vocal injury, and he was young and just singing everything. It was really an amazing album. So I very much enjoyed listening to Awake from Dream Theater. There was a little bit of everything in there. I loved some acoustic stuff. I loved Kevin Moore's song that finished out the album. It was all great, y'all. So thanks to the Dream Theater fans especially. Y'all were the ones that got us going here on the Patreon 4.5 years ago now, a little over 4 years ago, and we come back to Dream Theater for this big 100th EPL, and it was a lot of fun to do. I then spent some time, actually, I will say this, we also got caught up on the Patreon this week with the Gloria by Francis Poulenc. I did a long video taking y'all through this masterwork of choral repertoire from the middle of the 20th century. And it's got a lot of spunk. It's really reverent in spots. It's really profane in spots. If you are a prog rocker and you love hearing harmonies that shift in really interesting and odd ways, that's a piece that I think you'd enjoy. So check that one out. It's on our Patreon as well. And then finally, friends, we took a look at some anime music. I went back to Attack on Titan, and we heard some of the symphonic suite from Attack on Titan from season 3. And then on Friday, it was just a whole bunch of fun, friends. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We heard 11 like 90-second opening theme songs to the shows from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it spans about a decade worth of shows, and they had really peppy, fun music. It was just a great time to let my hair down a little bit on Friday and hear that. So there you go, y'all. That was a fun week. Rise, Dream Theater, Extreme with Rise, and then Dream Theater, Attack on Titan, Francis Poulenc, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with some Yugo Kanno. That was really, really cool. So, yeah, fun. And I got some big stuff coming up this week as well, y'all, that I think we're going to do. I just want to check in with your chat and see if I've missed anything, because I've been yapping here for a little bit. Y'all are talking about keyboards and stuff. Yeah, Roland's are good. Favia, I don't know that. Ever heard of Igor? Only the Frankenstein assistant. That's the only one I know. Fran says that they had a great Friday. They saw Little Feat and Tedeschi Trucks Band. Really? Fran? That would have been fun. That would have been really fun. Wow. I've got some Tedeschi Trucks coming up before too long. Not this week, the following week. But I want to get back to them as well. I love that album that you sent me, by the way. It's really wonderful. Really, really great. Who else put something in there? Lucas. I'm going to be doing some music inspired by the passing of John Lodge. Yeah, we lost John Lodge recently of the Moody Blues. We listened to a wonderful solo piece of his in our council hangout yesterday. And this coming week, I'm going to be doing our 101st Extended Play Lounge episode, and it's going to be a Moody Blues album. I'm getting to the next album in order. We're doing them in order, and the one that's up next is Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, and we'll be doing that. I'll be releasing that on Patreon this week as our next Extended Play Lounge. And one of the main reasons why I went back to it is because it's been a while since we've listened to the Moody Blues, but specifically because John Lodge has recently departed us, and I wanted to pay attention to that and to give him the props that he deserves. Yeah, so that's coming up this week. We're also tomorrow on Metal Monday, y'all. I have never done music by Kiss on the channel, and I know that Kiss is not a metal band, but Ace Frehley passed away, the great guitarist from Kiss, and I have a couple of songs of Ace's that I think we're gonna play, and I think one of them. No, I think I'm gonna go to his big solo album that came out in the late '70s and play a couple of songs from that album, and I want to learn more about Ace and his music. And I'm going to take this opportunity, the sad, news of his passing, to spend a little bit of time with him and his music. Yeah. Peter is saying that Klaus Doldinger has also passed, the leader of Passport, arguably Germany's leading fusion band of the early '70s. Yeah, there's a lot of folks that are aging out, aren't they? Before too long, I don't think this week, but maybe in the following week, I know we also lost Edward Rakers, who sang for Kayak and who also sang quite a bit with Arion. I remember when I was chatting with Arjen Lucassen, it's now been maybe a month or so, but Arjen was worried about his friend Edward, and now Edward has passed as well. So I think we'll spend some time with Edward and some of his music as well. Not this week, but coming up before too long, y'all. Steven says the 4 Kiss solo albums are my favorite Kiss albums. I never really got into Kiss, y'all. I never really did. But with Ace's passing, I want to spend a little bit of time with him and his music this week. So we're going to go to that tomorrow. And yeah, Andrew, wow. That came as a shock, didn't it? Diane Keaton passed away. Love seeing her acting and her movies. And it was sad too. I read that she died of pneumonia. That's a hard way to go, isn't it? Favia is saying the last founding member of Leonard Skinner also passed away recently. Yeah, there's quite a bit. And I don't want the channel to end up becoming just a string of memorials, y'all, but sometimes it kind of feels like that. And it's important to mark the passage of these great musicians who have entertained us and enthralled us. So I wanted to do these episodes when I'm able to. Cool. Let's see, what else am I doing? So I'm going to do some music from Ace Frehley on Monday. On Tuesday, I'm going to do that Moody Blues EPL for the Patreon. And, y'all, I'm real excited. I know that I probably shouldn't say it out loud because I'll jinx myself, but I'm surrounded by wood, so knock on wood. I have a concert to go to this week. Now, the last two concerts, I wasn't able to go. One just because of a whole lot of things that went wrong, and one because my back just wouldn't let me travel and go to a show. But I have tickets to go with Megan. Megan's going to come, and we're going to go see Steve Hackett play. He is touring North America right now. He is playing some Genesis classics. He is playing some Hackett classics, and we're really excited to see him. We got to see Steve come through maybe 3 years ago, the last time that he was through, and we really enjoyed the show. And Nad Sylvan, who is singing with Steve in this tour, I've been in contact with Nad. We're supposed to meet up and meet in person and have a little food before the show. That's exciting to look forward to. And then our good friend Nick DiVirgilio is on the drums, while Craig is playing with Steven Wilson on Steven Wilson's tour, who normally plays with Steve Hackett, right? So Nick DiVirgilio is subbing in and touring with Steve on this leg of his tour. So I'm going to hopefully be able to catch all of these wonderful musicians. Of course, the show is going to be wonderful, and I look forward to seeing them do their thing. This is music that I very much enjoy, and it looks like they are playing extremely well, so I can't wait to be there on Tuesday night. If you're going to be in Red Bank, New Jersey, look me up, friends. I should be there, okay? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, you know what we're also looking forward to? We have tickets to see Jacob Collier do a solo show here in Princeton, New Jersey next month. And I first became aware of Jacob's music 8-9 years ago. Some students of mine at the university brought some of his music to me and said, have you heard this guy? This kid, Jacob Collier, he's amazing. If there's anybody who is a modern day Mozart, in my opinion right now, it's Jacob Collier. The kid is absolutely incredible. He's not a kid anymore. He is a mature musician and just oozes musicality. And I can't wait to see him do his thing. So we're looking forward to that as well. It's important to get out and enjoy concerts, you know, to be out with other people and experiencing these live shows. It really is cathartic, and I miss being out at these shows. So it's going to be good to get out this week. Let's see. So I'm going to do Steve Hackett on the concert on Tuesday. We've got the Moody Blues EPL coming out. On Wednesday, I'm going to release a reaction to Waka Jawaka, y'all, by Frank Zappa. It's going to be a Zappa Wednesday, and we're going to listen to Waka Jawaka. Hey there, Dan the Man is in Helvering's Army. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you. And we're going to be looking at Frank Zappa. I had the opportunity in the last fan favorites video that we did a couple weeks ago. We did epics, and we were saying all the songs have to be over 10 minutes. Well, Waka Jawaka is over 10 minutes, and it was this kind of fusion amazement stuff. I can't even describe it. It was like a big band and a jazz band had a baby, and Frank Zappa led it. And it was just incredible. Instrumental, no vocals, but I really, really grooved on it. So I want to share with y'all my reaction to that. That's coming up on Wednesday. Zappa always just blows my mind. Every time I come back to him, his music is just really, really fascinating. Cool stuff. What else is going on? Tom is saying new Ultra Bridge reaction upcoming. Not planned. Not planned. But it's been a long time since I heard from Ultra Bridge. I'll thank you for the reminder. Very, very good. Yeah, Jeff in there. Okay. Thick Boy is saying, morning, Doug. If you can, could you react to Project Wingman, the original soundtrack titled Kings? Okay, I've got the chat here. Thank you very much. And I will take a look at that. Very good. Fran, thank you. What did Fran say? She wants us to purchase some bubble wrap and masks pre-concert. Okay, we're gonna. Well, how about just having some bubbly instead of bubble wrap? That'll work too. Thank you. Yeah, we want to protect ourselves so that we can get to the concert. Fran's looking out for us. Now I get it. There you go. Yeah, P Card is saying that they're always pining for more Marillion. Afraid of sunlight? ? Aren't we all pining for more Marillion? Really. When I was sick recently, I was going back and watching some of the older videos that we've done, and I came upon the one I did to Care from An Hour Before It's Dark, and it's just great. It's great music. Marillion, they are such a good band. Such a good band. Love those guys. Yeah. Thanks, XBIA. Yeah, Kayak had a couple singers. Max Warner died last year, and Ed Rakers died just a little bit ago. Oh, Heidi. Y'all really want me to get to this show. I'm going to do my best. Y'all, thank you. Thank you very much. Y'all are too kind. Too kind. We will live vicariously on your behalf. Thank you very much. Let's see. What else? Friday. Here's what I have coming up. I'm really excited about this, y'all. So we occasionally do interviews here, and I think I have another interview lined up. We haven't figured out the timing because I'm not sure which time zone Einar is going to be in, but I am supposed to chat with Einar Solberg of Leprous tomorrow. And we're going to do an interview. Leprous has a new release coming out this coming Friday. It's called An Evening of Atonement, and it is a live concert that they are putting out, live concert footage from very recently. And so they are doing some promotive work for that, and I believe I'm going to have the opportunity to chat with Einar about about their work, about what's going on, and about this particular release, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So by the time we get to Friday, I'm hoping to publish an interview with Einar, as well as some of the footage and music from this new collection that they are putting out. So that's what I'm planning for Friday. Here's hoping. So that's what I have, my friends. I think it's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a really fun week. We're going to remember Ace Frehley tomorrow. We're going to go to the Steve Hackett concert on Tuesday. We're going to listen to Every Good Boy Deserves Favor from the Moody Blues on Patreon. We're going to listen to some Frank Zappa, Big Band Fusion, and we're going to listen to some new Leprous and chat with Einar this week. That is going to be a fun week. Andrew, I'll end up posting that interview on YouTube. I plan on it being the YouTube video for our Friday, our Masterpiece Friday edition of the show. That's what I got. And that's the week, friends. Yeah, Auntie Mame is saying, a good suggestion. Many times at mid-concert, I have wished that I had brought my back brace. Note to self, Doug, go prepared. Yeah, I will have all of the necessary implements available And we're going to a venue that's really easy to get to, the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank. It's a really accessible place, and you can park relatively close. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. What else? What else, y'all? Anything? Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Einar. That's going to be absolutely incredible. Incredible. What's up, Tim? Good to see you. Yeah, my back's doing a lot better. It's almost back to relative normal there. Yeah. So there you go, friends. That's about all I have for you, I do believe. We're just having a good time trying to stay out of trouble. That's it. Yeah. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns, prayer requests, any of that stuff that I can do for you before I get ready to play this other service? Megan is saying that she can drop me at the theater and then she can go park the car. Megan's going to be taking me out on Tuesday. Sounds good. Yeah, Peter, we could talk baseball. That's what I want to talk about. Who's playing today? When's the game on? When are the Mariners playing? Seattle's playing Toronto. Are they playing an afternoon game or is it an evening game? 8 p.m. Eastern. I gotta have to stay up for that. Okay, I'll take a nap. I'll take a nap. You know, I've been just marveling at the quality of play that the Dodgers have been doing. They're really outstanding. And they're all healthy and they seem pretty formidable. That being said, I think, you know, Megan and I were saying that wouldn't it be kind of ironic justice with all that's going on politically right now for a Canadian team to win the World Series? Wouldn't that be hysterical? Wouldn't that be fun? So we've kind of been rooting for Toronto, but Toronto's playing Seattle, and I've been a Seattle fan for a long time, actually. I became a Seattle fan back in the 90s when I was a big fan of Ken Griffey Jr., and that's the team that he played for. So, you know, and they have cool colors. I had the Seattle hat and everything back in the day, and Seattle's never been to the World Series, y'all. So if Seattle wins, they're going to get to the World Series, and we'll be rooting for them. I'm just rooting for good baseball. I just love watching good baseball. It's my favorite sport. It really is. It's my favorite sport that's out there, and I love watching it. I played it for a long time. And yeah, Ricky, the Brewers had a big nightmare against the Dodgers. Poor Brewers. Well, at least when they go home, they have some brew to help cheer them up, right? Yeah. Yeah. Andrew Ohtani is the best baseball player that I've ever personally seen play. That guy marvels me. I don't understand. I mean, we hear about people that are really good athletes as kids that will go out and pitch and strike out the side in the top of the first and then be the leadoff batter in the bottom of the first and hit a darn home run, but not at the major league level and not in the National League Championship Series. I mean, holy crap. It was amazing what Ohtani's been doing. And the big dumper, I mean, come on, a catcher having 60 home runs in a season, that's never been done before. A lot of great baseballs being played, so love it. I love it. I love playoff baseball, y'all. Absolutely incredible stuff. And the games have been really compelling, and so I'm into it, y'all. I'm into it. I love football too, but baseball is my first love. That's my game. Really cool. Yeah, some of y'all are. Yeah, we got regular football, not American football. That Steven's interested in. We got hockey. The hockey's sport that I have not ever seen an NHL game. I'd love to get to an NHL game. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Let me tell y'all once again what I have coming up this week. We are going to be listening to some music from Ace Frehley, who sadly has passed. Ace of Kiss fame. We're going to be doing that tomorrow on our Metal Monday. On Tuesday, I'm going to release a full album reaction to Every Good Boy Deserves Favor by the Moody Blues. On Wednesday, I'm going to be releasing my reaction to Waka Jawaka from Frank Zappa, and I promise there will be minimal Fozzie Bear references. Waka Waka. Okay, just one. Okay, I'm allowed one. Come on. And then no video on Thursday, and then on Friday we're going to be on some Leprous music. I think I'll be able to chat with Einar this week, and we're going to be listening and watching some new material from their new release, their new live release that's called An Evening of Atonement. That'll be on Friday. That's what we have planned. The fan favorites over on Patreon, the voting is ongoing. There's a few more days for y'all to vote on your favorites that will come in the video next week. And yeah, and then it's going to be Halloween, y'all, and the end of October. It's crazy how things happen like that, but we keep going and going and going. Let's see, Favia, you've been talking about Igor here. Igor mixes Baroque music with extreme metal and extreme electronic music. It's always interesting, especially with their last album where they incorporated Oriental genres as well. I will look into them. I don't know them at all. I don't know them at all. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Let's see. Megan is saying, Doug, you need to say, okay, baseball is live. Okay. Not football is live. Baseball is live. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Cool. Gold, I don't know what you put in. Saying, read my chat. Sorry, buddy. I'm glad you're here. All right. All right. I think I am going to call it a day, my friends. I'm going. I can smell it. They're starting to have lunch before the service. This is actually it's a really lovely thing that I get to do. This extra service, we do this once a month, the third Sunday of the month, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and these services are specifically for families who have kids with special needs. We have several families who have autistic kids, and it's difficult sometimes for them to get everybody up and ready and to church in the morning. And then if there are some behavioral challenges, you know, they might have some trepidation. So a service like this, it's more welcoming, it's more open-ended, it's more informal, and it's a chance for these families to come and be a part of things and go to a service. So it's a lovely thing it's always an adventure, but it's a lot of fun to play. So it's my pleasure to stick around here and lend my piano playing talents to the folks that are doing that. And yeah, so it's good to be with y'all as well. Brown is asking, is your Prague project still on hold? Yeah, it kind of is. I am continuing to write in as I have availability. We're almost done, y'all. I am co-writing a book about the songs of Big Big Train. And we've been working on it for a long time. We're just about done with the manuscript, and we think that it will be published and available in 2026. So stay tuned for more information on that. We're very much excited about it, and we're looking forward to completing that work. And I've got to get more writing done. So that's occasionally why I'm taking a day off here. I'm doing a throwback there. I'm trying to manage my time so that I can continue to get that other these other projects going so that we can get to it. So, and I think I'll get back to that project before too long. Before too long. In the new year, I want to get back and keep doing some more writing. Great stuff. Well, everybody, this has been a lovely time with all of you. Thank you for catching me an hour earlier. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for being here. And Andrew, I will do what I can about getting you a discount. If I can, you know that I will. You know that I will. And oh, cool. Megan says that Gold Roger suggested JoJo Part 4 main character theme. Excellent. Thank you very much. I missed that. So we'll take a look at that as well. But coming up this week, music from Ace Frehley, music from the Moody Blues, music from Frank Zappa, and music from Leprous. I'm very eager to get to all of that, and I thank you all for being with me, and we will see you soon. Okay? Be well, everybody. I need to pick this up and hit the button, so I'm going to turn it around so y'all can see the glory that is. There's all of our stuff, and there's all the music. It's a church. It's just a church office. So there you go. Thanks, everybody. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.